30-year-old mother of two, Heather DeWild, vanished during the summer of 2003 after going to the Edgewater, Colorado home of her estranged husband, Daniel, to pick up some health insurance cards. She never retrieved the cards, but her car was missing, and the kids had been left with Daniel, who told his wife's immediately suspicious family that Heather had simply never returned after dropping the children off and going shopping. About a week after Heather vanished, her car was found abandoned outside a local apartment complex. It had been cleaned meticulously and scrubbed clean of any sign of Heather. About a month later, a worker found the missing woman's body while moving dirt along a remote canyon road. Heather had been wrapped in trash bags with her head covered in duct tape, and her remains were so decomposed that it was impossible to determine the cause of death. Her family had suspected Dan of being responsible for her disappearance from the beginning, but there wasn't enough evidence to charge him with any crimes, even though he had gone on a dating website and labeled himself as widowed before Heather went missing. And despite the contentious child custody battle that the former spouses were entangled in when she disappeared, the case sat at a standstill for 6 years with no new leads. And in 2009, Heather's family persuaded the local district attorney to reopen the investigation. While examining cell phone location data and other evidence, it became evident that Dan had likely received help killing and disposing of Heather from his twin brother, David. In a surprising turn of events, David admitted that Dan had bludgeoned and hanged Heather in the garage of the brothers' home. He confessed to disposing of Heather's car and agreed to testify against Dan in exchange for a 12-year prison sentence for conspiracy. Daniel DeWild pleaded guilty to second-degree murder. After his trial ended in a hung jury in 2012, he was sentenced to 74 years in prison, and David was paroled in 2020.